Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Ha! Just in time! My wrath! I was always on the front line. I deserve this. Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my either. I will prove through a different path.
Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Ha! Just in time. To taste my wrath! I was always on the front line. I deserve the honor! Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my battlefield.
the red side, we have only Godz.
All right, so today's match shall be, as HP said, between
Your
Quinx and Only
team
Gods,
is
and the
picking.
bans have already started. So, HP, what do you feel about these bans that have been coming out from both sides?
I think it's pretty obvious that Paquito and Fovius and Xbox are gonna get banned, but the Aldous is an unusual ban. What do you think about the Aldous ban?
I think the Aldous ban might be a respect ban with all these teams nowadays picking up or are like Aldous in tournaments and these kind of scrim matches. So probably Aldous, maybe he'll be here to stay as a staple ban, but I don't really think he's that much of a usual ban. He shouldn't really be banned here. But alright, we'll go ahead with the draft. Seeing that Balman and Bharat have been picked, I'm not really sure about why they picked Bharat after seeing that Balman, because you like of course Bharat is pretty tanky,
Your
but
team
that
is
ultimate
picking.
coming out from Balman, that lethal counter, is going to be taking his HP out at whenever he's low, because it's true damage. It's not going to be negated by Bharat's defense. What do you think, HP?
Absolutely, but then I believe in Bharat's supremacy.
You
know,
do?
I mean, the Guardian helmet is too much now. The Guardian helmet is just too much.
I mean, maybe, but of course, Bharat is overall a strong pick. Even if Balman can get in a lethal counter, there'll be someone who will have to poke Bharat's HP to that point for Balman to get in that that damage, that true damage at the end to kill the Bharat. So of course, it's not a bad idea to have a Bharat as long as you can comp around him. But of course, they've gone for a Ruby, while the side of Quinx has gone for the Tigreal and the Alpha. I guess they want to go for that Bombo combo potential from the Implosion and the Alpha Ultimate. Don't you
Your
think so,
team
HP?
is banning.
Hopefully we get to see so, but he's on with Purify. You know that Flicker and Ultimate combo. I thought Alpha would be going for a Flicker, but he has Purify. I guess he wished to avoid being CC'd from Ruby, from Barats, from Kufra.
I mean, of course,
Your
you
team
would
is
want to
banning.
be a bit safe from the Barat's Detna's Welcome, the Ruby's Run Wolf King, and of course the Time's Revenge coming out from the Kufra. So that's a lot of CC, as you said, from the sides of Only Gods. So on the other side, we're seeing the third stage of bans. We can see that there's no mage from the side of Quinx. So the Farsa has been banned out by the side of Only Gods. Meanwhile, we can see that there is no jungler from the side of Only Gods. So the Granger ban is coming out. Again, HP, I'm going to have to ask you why exactly they banned those two.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I understand Fasha because she goes well with Tigreal. She goes well with
Your
Tigreal
team
exactly,
is
but
picking.
I'm not sure about Granger ban. Okay.
Hmm.
Hopefully
True.
Hopefully they don't pick Lila. I don't wanna-
Maybe, but we are seeing a Rafaela and a Layla hovered over. Not really sure what the side of Quinx is thinking right about now, because they have already locked in their roamer. So they have the Tigreal, but instead of Rafaela, it shall be the Swin picked up by the side of Quinx for the jungler. Meanwhile, the mage pick shall be Changa, with the draft finalized from Quinx. We're only waiting for Only Gods to complete their own draft. They have their jungler, they have everything except that mage, and we can see that right now they are looking to pick that Kagura. 10 seconds left, and soon we shall see the last pick. Will it be that Kagura, or will it be this Linux that we're seeing being hovered over? And it shall be locked in. That would be the Linux coming in from the side of Only Gods. HP.
I think they should have gone for Kagura. I mean, Kagura counters well. I mean, Kagura counters Sun really well. So I think they should have gone for Kagura.
Perhaps.
It's fine.
Perhaps.
Lunox is good too.
I mean, I would have to disagree a bit, Kagura, of course, she's good, but there are a few prerequisites, Of course, Kagura can purify right out of a Tigreal ultimate, the Tigreal Implosion. But when it comes to other things like maybe dealing that burst damage, and you can see that a lot of the people on the side of Quinx are pretty tanky. So maybe that's why they picked the Lunox. I am not really sure. But the Lunox will be a really great pick to come in here, especially during those team fights and those turtle contests, because she's just going to be melting the turtle HP.
Well, I need to mention about Sun for sure. Even with a lot of nerves, his split pushing ability has been on top of the charts for sure, and that's really annoying. But then,
Yep.
yeah, he does. And maybe he might hit against Parats later. So why not?
Yup, totally. That Baras is going to be suffering, especially from that Sun combining with that Balman coming from the side of Quinx. As I said, that Balman is going to be having a tough time poking out the Barat's HP, but now they have that Sun. So we are in the land of dawn. Both sides have arrived on the battlefield. They seem to be duking it out. We can see that both the junglers are at their respective red and blue buffs for the blue and red side. Kufra seems to be looking for some action in the jungle of Quinx, and as you can see, it said he has seemed to back off because the Lethal Wanderer is right there ready for a contest. And I guess it's going to the side of only Godz. It does. Roger coming in with the retribution, while Balman just decides to play it safe in his own jungle HP.
I thought actually Lunox was going to be an offlaner here, but surprised seeing her as a mage. The role of a mage in the mid requires the mage to have CC. I mean, Lunox doesn't have CC, right? And she even lacks, more of that area damage. What do you think?
True. But here we see some form of engagement coming in. The Sacred Hammer being used by the Tigreal, but it shall not find anybody except that Kufra. And, seeing that it's just that Kufra was able to disengage pretty easily. Top 5 seems to be intensifying, though, as the Kufra finds that Tyrant Sage onto the Balman. Tigreal going for the Sacred Hammer, pushing everyone back into their side. First blood secured by Ruby onto the Tigreal. He shall not be that lucky. He was totally overextended over there, and he paid the price for it HP.
There was a good CC, but then, yeah, he had to be a fight for it.
Yep, definitely.
So we can see that the red team is going for the turtle. Hopefully they get it. I think there will be a contest, but then it will be too late. It will be too late for sure.
Perhaps, but the Sacred Hammer coming in! The Turtle Seal coming in from the Changa! Tyrant Rage landed onto the Tigreal. He shall go down to the Roger. But look at that! The Lunox finding another target. The Balman goes down. The Alpha is the third victim of this team fight. Changa trying her best to get away. She's pretty calm. She caught the turtle, but her team just sacrificed in that team fight. GG plays by both sides. HP.
Mad respect for that chance. Mad respect. That was an amazing flame shot here. That was an amazing flame shot.
Yup. Man, that flame shot totally hit the mark over there. I really thought that, the side of Roger had gotten the turtle. There's the Sacred Hammer coming in, but that's not enough damage. The Lunox will be able to get away with that light ultimate in the mid lane. Meanwhile, we can see the bot lane, Bharat seeming to trying to zone out this Alpha from his own way, but not really that much happening. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Sun seems to be in a bit of danger. He seems to realize and takes that recall over there. He's back to the base, and meanwhile on the bot side, the reverse sweep coming in as Bharat instead is zoned out. He was a bit too ahead of himself over there. The bot turret is totally open now for a push from the side of Quinx, and they do seem to be going for it. No one seems to be defending. Meanwhile, on the top side, Sun, look at him. He uses his clothes, uses the ultimate. He does almost manage to get away, but that's the killing spree for the Roger coming into the top side. Bharat, meanwhile, struggling to hold the turrets on the bot side. It seems to be a turret for turret trade as the top falls, but Sun is also victimized in the process. So maybe, since considering the turtle is spawning now, a fight will break out. HP.
Hopefully everything is fine. It should be. Check it out. Give me a second.
All right, so there seems to be a technical pause. I do hope you guys will bear with us, but for now, I'll just try my best to analyze the game till this point. It's been a back and forth up till now, and we can see that this side of Only Gods does have that 2K goal lead, while both sides are pretty even in turrets, considering that they traded their top and bottom respectively. I mean, sorry, that both their top sides, considering that their heads top side is the bot side with from our perspective. But of course, right now we can see that the side of Only Gods is the one in the lead because of course they got those kills during that turtle team fight. They have not lost a single member of theirs yet. And instead, you can see that the side of Quinx is on the backhand, despite the fact that they have a pretty decent early game. But that's not really a problem for them, I feel, because they do have that Changa, they do have that Swin to carry them through the late game. The moment that Tigreal will be able to get a set later on, the Sun and Changa just have to, follow up, get in a good amount of DPS in, and that'll be the game. But meanwhile, the side of Only God seems to have gone for a pretty early based comps. Roger's already snowballing, so that's a good sign for them. Lunox also will be pretty fed by the end of this. She'll be able to take out any target in just a couple of hits from her Chaos Assault. That will be the win condition for both sides, I feel, for now. But of course, we may be seeing some plays coming in from the Barrage, from the Ruby, from the side lanes, from the side of both teams, the Alpha, the Balman, and now the pause has been lifted. So guys, we are back into the game. Considering the odds, who do you think will win in this particular match up? Guys, do write your responses down in the comment section below. And we can see that the turtle is being contested this time by the side of Quinx. No one from the side of Only Gods is able to reach that on time. Seems to be a free turtle, and it shall be as the lethal counter comes out from Balman to secure the turtle. I guess the retribution was not available at that point of time.
Yeah, I'm back.
This was a
Back everything.
yo sup HP. Go ahead.
They're asking for a pause again. Again, who? One second. Give me a second.
Alright then, so there seems to be another pause. I'm really sorry, but meanwhile we can see the Tantrum Edge coming out from the Cobra. Amazing team by breaking out the Chaos Assault coming out from the Lunox. Does manage to get the Changa and the Balman down, but the kill was almost not secured because of that flicker coming out from the Changa and the dash from the Balman. But it is that Ruby coming in clutch with her flicker. That was an amazing play coming there in the mid lane. The pause hasn't been called yet, so I shall continue. But we can see that in the bot side, Alpha is really just, dominating with his lane right now because he got that early support, he got the early ganks. He's against the Bharat, and his true damage will really help to penetrate that thick armor of his dinosaur.
Let me interrupt you for a second. I'm sorry, guys. There'll be just one pause allowed for each team during the match, so we won't be able to pause.
Alright, so guys, considering that one pause per side, that means that Quinx is not allowed to take the pause this time around. We can see the bot lane Alpha taking a bit of damage from the Bharat. Their skirmish will be going on for a while as there's no support except for the Roger and Balman. Both junglers are also on a pretty big standoff in the side of Quinx jungle because they do have jungle priority right now. I mean, Only Gods does have that jungle priority right now because they have opened up the side of their Quinx side of the map so much for them with the turret push and the objectives and the goal lead as well. They still have that 2k goal lead and they're going for the third turtle of this match. I mean, for now, both teams do have even turtles. The turrets do lean more towards the side of Quinx though, considering that they did push that top turret after losing that bot one. The top turret after losing their own top turret. But of course, the goal still seems to be leaning on the side of Only Gods. And for now, this match is pretty even pretty it can be pretty intense coming from both sides. Both sides have that good matchup. They have the ability to carry into this game, so we may see something on the top lane. Kufra loading up that transit. Does manage to land it on the Sun. Lot of skills being used. Ruby does manage to land it on Wolf King, but it's on Sun's clones, not the main body. As Sun manages to get away, he totally baited out. They engage from the side of only Godz. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Alpha all by himself. The Deadnut welcome. Managed to interrupt his ultimate. Roger just beating on top of him. The Alpha ultimate does not save him this time, and he's taken down the mega kill for the Roger. The bot turret for Quinx is totally opened up HP.
Yep, he couldn't make it. I mean, what else is
Oh
going?
no! Oh no! Looks like Balman shall be the next target.
Bad disrespect coming in from the red team.
Alright, so there's a pause called again. Seems to be some technical issue or maybe a network issue from the side of Quinx HP.
I didn't get any information as such. I did reach out to them. Seems that they are doing fine. I don't know.
Alright then, but
I did convey them they have like one pause per match for the both the teams.
well, alright then. So there the game is paused once again.
So
But
what
it
are
if
the insurance picks from the blue team? I mean, we can identify that Chang and Sun are the insurance pick for the blue team, or who will carry them in the late game. But I don't know. I'm not sure about the red team. What do you think?
I mean, the red team does have Linux as the late game DPS because her damage is just gonna keep scaling till while she gets more items. The Chaos Assault's cooldown is gonna be fixed though because she doesn't really get affected by that cooldown reduction. But since her damage keeps going up, she's gonna. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the late game insurance for the side of the only Gods, the red team. But you, of course, have that Barrage will keep on increasing in tankiness. He's gonna be quite the nuisance to deal with the Detna's welcome and that huge chunk of armor and magic resistance that he will have in the late game. He's gonna be able to take all skills to his face, and that Ruby as well. This is just a largely tanky lineup from the side of only Gods. They have that Barrage, they have that Ruby, they have that Kufra, and they even have a tankly jungler. And Mage Lunox does have that insane amount of defense from her passive when she's in light state. So of course the match pause has been lifted. Now we're back into the game with the side of only Godz totally dominating this matchup. They have managed to secure that bot lane turret, and now they are going for the tier 2 in the mid lane. They didn't really have the minions to push it though, so they're backing off for now, taking that time, just taking off the jungle from the side of Quinx Esports because they really.
Ruby and Sun. We might see a fight between Ruby and Sun. Okay.
Yep. Sorry about that. The Sun taken down really low. He seems to be running away, but he's running away to the side of the enemy's base. What is he doing? He's taken down by the Lunox. She was there to secure the kill from the backside. Fourth turtle being contested, and it's again another turtle for Quinx. Only Godz as they take down the turtle. Roger securing it in the process. The Lord is 2 minutes away. HP. What do you think will be the outcome of this match at this point?
I believe. Okay, they went for the turtle, right? They didn't get the loss. They went for the turtle, right?
Yeah. They just went for the turtle and they got the turtle.
I believe they'll hopefully they'll get at least the top tower from this skirmish.
Perhaps, but of course the skirmish is not yet fully blown. The Kufra seems to be playing it a bit safely. He's not engaging yet. He does have that immortality. And look at that! Coming in with the time to rest. Time to drill and Alpha totally caught up. He does have that immortality which gets used up. Changa taking out that Ruby shot down onto the Roger. Super kill for the Changa. GG, well played. The reverse sweep is really coming in right now. Quinx. Changa totally taking the spotlight in that team fight. Barat's trying to do something, but he's against Sun. This is not such a great matchup for him as he tries his best to defend the mid lane turret. Not any minions for the side of Quinx. Lunox is also there, so they back away. They know that this Lunox will be the late game carry. They don't want to risk diving in and dying all, just dying out during that team fight. Meanwhile, Alpha and Lunox seem to have seen each other, but Lunox knows that if she goes in right now, it's going to be pretty hard for her to, get away in case the side of Quinx is there to back up that Alpha. So she doesn't see that. She doesn't really take that fight. Tigreal trying to find some connection. I guess he does have that flicker. He does have the ultimate ready, and the side of only Godz is all back. That team fight was quite. I'd say it was not that game changing, considering that the side of Quinx was not really able to consolidate their lead from it. HP.
That was a beautiful ult coming in from Kufra, but I guess they should have been more careful about Tigreal's ultimate. That's what I believe.
True, but they did manage to pull off a great defense from their side because no turret fell when they were dead. Then when 3 members of theirs were dead,
Yep, I saw Alpha did try to split push, but then I guess Lunox fend him.
Yup, Alpha did try there, but Lunox was there to just block him away from there. Some sort of a bait seems to be coming out, but of course the side of only Godz can secure Lord at any time. They have Roger, they have Lunox, both can melt the Lord in a matter of seconds. It's not going to be a very Quinx-sided game from now on because it's reached the late and they've not exactly scaled up. They've not got their items yet. Chang'e still lacks her Ice Queen ward. She still lacks anything like a Holy Crystal, a Glowing Wand, a Blood Wings, any sort of a damage item except for Genius Wand is really lacking from her side. She does have that anti-heal, so maybe able to, but in the top side, that Sun totally overextended, does try to push, but he doesn't. HP.
Alpha in trouble too, I believe. Okay, I guess he'll just.
I mean, Alpha is pretty fast because he does have that Hunter Strike. He does have that War Axe. It's fully stacked, and he'll be able to get away pretty easily if anybody ever tries to engage onto him. The Lord seems to be low. Look at that. The Lord has been secured. Alpha tries to dive in, but dies instead. Look at that amazing damage coming out from Lunox onto the objective. Just as I said, they had picked that Lunox knowing that she'd be able to melt the Lord or the turtle whenever it's up HP.
I mean, are you noticing that Chang tries her best to flame shot the Lord, the turtle each and every time? I keep an eye on her. I like her. That's a really good thing. She does her best, But
Yep,
then,
she is trying. I actually did not notice that, HP. Thank you for bringing that to my notice.
I mean, I can see that Chang is really doing her best right here. And Sun, I believe Sun shouldn't overextend too much.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Sun again in trouble. I can see Sun again in trouble. Okay, he makes it out.
Blue team turret has
He
been
makes it out alive.
destroyed.
He does have a lot of CDR right now, so he'll be able to get out with his skills. He's pretty mobile right now after that entire revamp to him. Cobra taking a bit of that. I mean, I did, but it wasn't really that successful there in the middle. Hey, Alpha going in. He does manage to find an ult on a few members. Roger going low. He does have to retreat over there. Lunox with that insane damage onto Tigreal. She does have to disengage though because this Sun will not go down that easily. He was messing up a while back, but now he seems to have come online and being a great resource for the side of Quinx in defending this base of theirs. Inhibitors are still up. The base is also looking to not be penetrable at this point of time. They do have that Chang'e, they do have that Sun, so it's going to be a tough time for the side of only Godz to find anything right now. They're trying to force it, but Sun does have that arrival. He will be able to get back from that overextension in the top lane. I totally thought he was going to be taken off guard over there.
I have a question. I mean, they can see that Chang is shining right here, but I don't see any radiant armor coming in from the red team. What do you think? Why so?
I mean, there is a radiant armor on the Ruby. Actually, she does have a radiant armor right now because that Changa damage is quite insane. If they wouldn't have built the radiant armor.
Yeah, he made it now. He made it now.
Yup, I guess they were really traumatized after seeing that triple kill coming in from her.
Bharat's made Radiant Armor too. Bharat's made Radiant Armor too.
Who knows? Maybe they're watching the stream as we speak. Or maybe it's just Cass's intuition, probably the latter. Probably the latter. But of course, now we can see Sun is getting really ahead of himself in the top lane here. He's going for those pushes because he knows he has that arrival to get back in case he gets, the enemy tries to catch him off, because his turrets are available for his inhibitor turrets are there to save him in case he needs to get back at any point of time. You can see every single time the side of only Godz tries to force anything, the Sun is always there to just be a pain. Switch push, Time's Revenge coming out from the Kufra does manage to find that Tigreal. Conceal mask instead used by him. The implosion coming in with the Sacred Hammer. Ruby and Kufra caught off guard, but the Lunox managing to take out that Tigreal. Both tanks going down as the Balman also becomes a victim to this team fight. 4 members for the side of only Godz, and 3 members for the side of Quinx are left right now. Sun tried to push, he almost did, but the top lane will be defended by that Bharat who was right there. Lord will be coming up now, and that will be my cue to give the hand over the stage to you, HP.
Yep, I mean that was an outplay after outplay from the tank. Tiger did a really good job, but then Kufra in the end, I guess his Ultra Instinct picked up and he used his ult.
Red
Really
team has
quick.
slain the Lord.
Yep, I guess the trade
Red
was,
team turret has been destroyed.
the trade was, on the better side for the red team.
I mean, I'll totally have to agree on that, because they did manage to secure that Lord right about now, marching down the bot lane side. And meanwhile, they don't really seem to have cleared the top lane over there. This is going to be a problem because that Sun is going right for it. He does have that arrival, the Roger and that Sun. Who do you think will be the victor in this epic battle of proportions? Look at that, the Sun's damage almost taking down that Roger. Retribution coming out. The Sun will know. Oh, wait a minute, the entire side of only Godz is there to pick off that Sun, but it did give the opportunity for his team to take down the Lord sneakily in the bot side. Alpha taking down the HP little by little by little. His passive racking up the damage, taking down that HP, and the Lord's down. No more Lord for the side of only God. The Ruby getting pushed into the turret. Sacred Hammer from the Tigreal managing to find its mark, but the mid lane turret is taken down by only God. Pretty intense and insane matchup coming in. The top side inhibitor is also down now. The only side that wasn't pushed was the Lord, because Alpha was there to defend it. Conceal being used by Tigreal, but he doesn't manage to find any form of engage for now. Implosion coming in, managing to find a 3-man ultimate. 2 people push back. Sacred Hammer coming in, taking out that Roger. Amazing team fight coming in. Immortality used by the Kufra, but there's a lot of damage coming in. Only God, Kufra going down. Changa getting the mega kill over there. Alpha Ultimate trying to chase down the members of only God's. Bharat looking low, and he gets taken down. The double kill coming from Changa. It's the late game. It's the time for Changa and Sun to shine now. Lunox okay, taking out that Sun. GG play from them. Only God's managing to clutch that out. 3 for 3 trade at 2 people alive for both sides. GG. But I must say, Quinx, really great defense from them. Am I right, HP?
Yup, that was a really great defense from them. But we gotta appreciate, Tigreal in this match. I believe he was the one doing most of the stuff, and Changu too. I didn't see any sort of more of an outplay coming from the jungler.
I mean, yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one. Both sides junglers aren't really able to outplay right now, because you can see that the Palman and the Roger, both of them have to go into melee range, and both sides have have a hero to shut down any melee rangers. You can see that if the Balon just carelessly heads into melee range of that Barats, he's gonna get a Detonus Welcome and a Chaos Assault to the face from that Linux. And instead, if that Roger heads into the side of Quinx carelessly, he'll get an implosion to the face. Meanwhile, that's the Tyrant's Revenge coming out from the Kufra. He does manage to find his mark onto that Alpha, but he does have that ultimate. The mortality is not even proc this time around. But that was potentially a game-changing play. Sun, meanwhile, on the bot lane, sneakily trying to split push once again. He has that recall, and he's not using it for flexing. He's using it to get away this time around. Mid is open. The minions are coming in, but nothing forcible for the side of only Godz right now. They do have a lot of CC. They do have a lot of engage coming in from that Kufra and Ruby. They have gone in a lot of times already, just showing the power of what a CC comp paired with a couple of bursters can do. HP.
Look at Sun. Look at Sun.
Yeah, man. This Sun is just going in for the riskiest of plays I've ever seen. Lord is up. Lord contest is going on for the side of only Godz as they try to poke out this Lord. Kufra managing to almost find Alpha over there. Alpha just going in for it. Getting that ultimate. Palman going into the back line. But the Technos Welcome will stop him from ever trying that Lord Steal over there. The Tigreal does manage to land that Sacred Hammer, but he's totally mispositioned. He does go down. The Alpha's next. His immortality proc. Balman going down for the double kill. Instead, Alpha taken down by a Barats. GG. This seems to be a very grave situation. Sun in the top lane, meanwhile, going for another split push. I don't know what he's doing, but it seems to be working. As the side of only God sends a few of their members back to save the pace, but instead, it was too early. The arrival came in. He tried to save himself, but instead he's taken down. This seems to be the GG, and it shall be, as the victors of this match are the side of only Godz. Amazing plays, HP.
I just wanna say Tigreal did really well this match. Changu did really well this match. And yep, we gotta appreciate, Changu and Tigreal from the losing team. They did really well. You.
Yeah, man. They lost, but they won your heart, it seems.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, man, the Changa's turtle steal, her triple kill, it really was a sight to behold. But of course, the MVP of this match will be that Lunox. She was well guarded, though, I must say. If anybody, I want to applaud this Kufra and Ruby just going in for those CC chains, for those CC combos. Well drafted comp from the side of only Godz. I must say they had the perfect balance of crowd control and damage for their kind of play style. And GG to the Sun as well. He tried a lot of split pushes, but he did fail in the end. But I mean, I was pretty enamored by how he was going in with no care in the world. But of course, that shall wrap up the first match for today. Guys, do keep in tune, because the next two matches will be starting soon enough. The second match will be brought to you in a short while. HP.
Mac.
Welcome back, guys, to game number 3 of monthly playoff season 2, day 3. And on the blue side, we have Moody Esports, and on the red side, we have the Toxic ESP. And co-casting with me today is none other than your favorite co-caster, the beautiful, beautiful Jinx. So, Jinx, what do you have to say about the picks and the bans?
Okay, so jumping right into the bands, we have Phobius and Saber and Xborg and Matilda. So, really standard bands coming in, and Lunox band coming in as well. Looks like we're a bit delayed here, Smack. So we're gonna have to jump right into the picks as well. Paquito, Jawhead and Benedetta coming in. So kind of a tanky team on Moi Daddy Esports, but we're going to call them MDE. I think that's better. And on the side of Toxic Esports, we have a Zas pick being hovered over while they've already put the Kufra, Yuzong and a Whale as well. So they have that CC coming in from Toxic Esports side, wouldn't you say, Smack?
Yes, but they did actually lock in the Alice. And coming to the MDE team, I think they actually have a really good rotation team. So the Paquito and Benedetta are really quick with their lanes, as well as the Jawhead. We can see how quick he can be rotating into the enemy jungles, and yeah, he is a very good roamer at the same time. And then we have the Farsa as well. She is also quick at rotating across the maps, and I think marksman jungler is very suitable for MDE. So they look very decent at the point of time.
Totally,
What do you
totally.
think
And
the last pick would be?
okay, they do need a hyper toxic esports, so I think they're gonna pick a Bharat, a Leo, fighter hyper. I think that's what they're gonna go for. So very very tanky team from toxic esports, but they have that damage as well. Alice and Vale from the backline is going to be dishing out a lot of damage, but they have to be careful of this Vendetta and Paquito because both of them are very very easy, assassins to kill this Vale and give that CC to Alice as well. So I think both sides really have a good team composition for now.
Yes, actually, we can see that both teams have really great picks, and that Alice and the Kufra both can do really great combos if they club up together. Along with the Whale, we know that the Windstorm can do a lot of damage. If they get locked in the ultimate of Kufra, it's gonna be GG's for MDE. But they do have the Jawhead and the Vendetta, along with the Paquito for the good CC. So it's gonna be a fair match, I think.
For sure, for sure. And this Yuzong and Alice are going to be giving a lot of trouble to Pasha. So I think both sides do have those heroes which can go right into the back lane and annoy the hell out of the back lane supports that both teams have. So I think overall really good bans. We just need to see who's going to get those early game advantages, get those turtles, get those turrets. Whereas Moi Daddy Esports does have a bit of an advantage because the rotation is going to be a lot faster because they have those heroes who have those dash skills which easily they can cross the map very quickly.
Yes, actually, I would really agree with that thing. And we can see all the lanes have been set at the moment. Yuzhong waiting for the Paquito to make some mistake. On the top side, we can see the Vendetta clears lane quicker than the Alice. And in the mid, there is an ambush being set up by Farsa. But yeah, good rotation coming in from both the teams. The red team, however, managed to secure the Rift Crab, Lethal
So
Wanderer.
the Pokemon, you mean?
Yes, the Pokemon. People call him Pokemon as well.
Totally. Well, look, have you seen the damage coming from Pasha? She almost dropped Vale to half the HP. So I think Pasha is winning in that mid lane for now at least, whereas that Paquito is giving that Yuzong a run for his money. He's already half HP, and Paquito might just get that kill. But Yuzong does have that support coming in, but I don't think they're going to reach him in time.
Yes, but he did manage to rotate fairly on low HP, and he did get back to his base. I think he will go back to his base. Yes, that was some good gameplay coming in. But Farsa going in for the kill. That was an amazing gameplay coming in from Farsa, as well as the Jawhead who supported her at that point of time. And on the top side, the Vendetta seems to be dominated for the time being by the Alice. But that was
Totally.
some good gameplay coming in from the Farsa, securing the early kill.
Yep, for sure. And Turtle is up, and Granger's already on that Turtle, while Martis is just clearing mid lane, right? So their hypo needs to come in, and we're going to see another team fight engaging because Jawhead is so low. They need that tank up.
Blue team has slain the
And
turtle.
that
Red team
did
hero
the
has
turtle was
been
secured by the Granger at the point of time, and the Farsa would have to go down as well. The Kufra did rotate. Did he? His ultimate was really good at that point of time. There was some intense action in the turtle pit for some time. Yeah, the weight
Totally.
seems low.
But that Granger
Low,
wants that kill, but I
yeah.
don't think he's going to be able to get it. Yuzong and Vale are going to retreat, and they do have that Kufra coming in to protect him. So I think overall Granger did a very good retribution in mid lane, right? He got that turtle and he got that farm that's needed by his team. They do have that 1k advantage, and probably team Toxic Esports is going to have to rotate much faster, and they need that Alice to farm up. So she's going to, in the mid to late game, she's going to scale up and deal so much damage because there's no one on the side of team MDS that's able to stop them unless you have this Jawhead throw her away from his team.
Yes, 100%. I would agree with that. And we can see some great rotation coming in from both of the top laners, be it the Farsa, be it the Alice, or be it the Vendetta. Both are doing some great rotations. And the mid laners as well. You can see this Farsa is rotating across the map whenever the team needs her. And right now, there seems to be a gank that would be starting on the top lane. Yes, Alice seems in trouble. Farsa going in with her ult
has been slain.
and did manage to secure one kill over there.
For sure, that Jawhead really set that up for them, didn't he? He threw Alice right, and like I was saying, they need that throwhead to throw Alice away, otherwise she's going to just wreck them, all of them. But I think that
100.
was a miss, Smack. I think Jawhead by mistake threw his own teammate away, and I think he just no, wait, he threw
No,
Kufra,
no.
right? So, yeah. So I think
He wasn't throwing the teammate. He was actually throwing the Kufra.
yeah, I got a bit confused there, but no, Jawhead is going to be very tanky. I think he's going to be able to dodge that team fight very easily.
That was a great ultimate actually coming in from the Kufra, but the team did retreat at that point of time. They could have jumped in for the kills, but it's a good decision considering there's nothing to be risked at for this point of time. So yeah, good decision coming in from the toxic ESP as well.
Well, there is something to be discussed, Mac. That turtle is up, and Granger is taking that turtle free of cost. While Martis is, I don't think he's aware that Granger is on that turtle. He's busy taking his buff, and he's rotating towards mid lane. I think he's supposed to be going towards the turtle, but they're going to lose the second turtle as well, and give that farm advantage to team MDE.
100%. And that Paquito seemed to be giving trouble to the Yuzhong, but the Yuzhong did use his skills fairly nicely, and he did manage to secure. That's some great ultimate coming in from the Martis, securing single kill, double kill on the Granger, and triple kill on the Farsa as well. That was some great gameplay coming in from the Martis as well as the Yuzhong.
For sure, that Yuzong really outplayed them and managed to dodge as well, and we're going to get that bottom turret and maybe mid, because look at that Alice. She's going to take that, she's going to leave her top turret for that mid turret, which I think is very good going, right? This mid turret is going to open up the farm for them, and she's already out and she's already going towards top lane. So amazing rotation coming in from the side of Toxic Esports.
Surely, and Paquito has to go down once again. The windstorm coming in from the whale, and Farsa using her ultimate, but of no use. I think yes, the Yuzhong would get everyone back, and with some great ultimate coming in from the Kufra as well. His Vendetta seems to be in trouble, but will she be able to? Yes, the Grandeur secures the kill on the whale. Vendetta has to go down with it. Martis is dominating the map, absolutely dominating the map right now.
Totally, and also that well advised, kill on Granger as well. That Kufra and Yuzong are unkillable, right? No matter how low they are, this Moi Daddy Esports just can't get those kills on them because they have those skills. They know right when to dodge and they're sidestepping him so easily. But looks like they're losing that early game advantage and they're just towards mid lane, they're giving away turrets for free back to back. And Vendetta also, she did rotate down to help in the team fights, but she's missing some of her skills. So I think that's where they're losing out a bit. Maybe they need to aim those skills properly because the third turtle is up, and Martis, for the first time in this game, Toxic Esports might just secure the turtle.
Yes, although they have lost two turtles, but in terms of the economy, they seem to be fairly high, and as well as the kills as well. So yeah, Jawhead did ejector tool on the, but he seems fairly low at this point of time. The whale will secure the kill. Dragon going inside the turrets. Vendetta going on the back line. Whale seems low. Paquito did manage to secure one kill. Martis going in godlike for the kill of the Vendetta. Toxic has to retreat. Everyone is fairly low at this point of time.
They do, but that Vendetta's ultimate landed right on spot, and she dealt so much damage, but sadly she did not have that support from her team, and they could not end that team fight in their favor, and Toxic Esports just retreated. They knew it, and they were already low, and they're just coming back in the team fights with full HPs. So I think overall well played, and Paquito might just, he's trying to push bottom lane, but Yuzong is right there, and Yuzong is much more fun than him. He's going to have to retreat.
And on the top lane, Alice did secure a double kill over. No, she secured a single kill and she has to go down as well.
Totally. So overall, I think Toxic Esports is dominating right now. The Lord is going to be up in 50 seconds, and if they get this Lord, they might just be able to push down all the inhibitors because Moi Daddy Esports is having a bit of trouble defending, and that Alice is hurting them a lot, right? She's going right in the back lanes, getting those kills and dodging right out.
Actually, even that Vendetta, you can't ignore the damage coming in from the Vendetta as well. Look at that Vendetta. But she seems in trouble at this point of time. No, she will manage to secure one kill. The Dragon going in again on the Paquito. The Paquito did manage to retreat, however. Good damage input coming in from the Farsa as well.
Totally, but that Vendetta did lock on to Kufra a bit over there, right? Even though she was aiming for that whale. So it looks like they're going to have to retreat that team fight. Even though they're having those good engages in the starting of the team fight, they're losing out towards the mid, right? As soon as Toxic Esports comes in for the support, MDE just starts retreating. I think that's where they're failing. And look at that. Alice, she's tanking so much damage, but she has to go down. That was a total 1v3 fight there. But Lord is up. It's a very good time for MDE to go on to this Lord and get that advantage. But they might just not be able to counter this damage coming in from Martis.
Yes, actually, and Toxic seems to be in a good position right now. So I think MDE should hold on for the moment and not go for the Lord, because if there is a good gameplay coming in from Toxic, the game would completely be over for the MDE side. Yeah, Toxic has to retreat fairly low at this point of time. Vendetta going inside the tower. Will she manage to retreat back? Farsa shutting down the Yuzhong. Granger also going in for the Martis. Martis will manage to secure the kill on the Farsa, and both teams have decided to disengage, it seems now. This team fight, I think, was in the favor of the Toxics. What do you have to say about that?
Yep, I would agree with you, and this Lord might be in favor, right, the Toxic Esports as well, because Moi Daddy Esports really needs to come in and maybe land a retribution on Lord, otherwise it's going to be very tough for them.
Yeah, that was some amazing gameplay coming in from the Vendetta as well as the Jawhead. And Vale seems to be in trouble over there. He is going down by the Paquito. The Kufra did manage
Totally.
to retreat and he use his ult. Jawhead giving some trouble to the Dragon at the moment. Even the Kufra, both are fairly low at this point of time. They will have to retreat, no save for the tower. However, the Lord is coming in from the side of Toxics. They did secure the Lord.
Well, I think they're going to be able to defend this Lord fairly easy. Lord is still in mid lane and they're already dishing out that damage on Lord. But you have to commend this Jawhead. His throws are right on point. He threw that Veil and he's tried to throw Yuzong as well. And this Alice going 1v4 right now. But she used that immune right on time and she's just giving them a run for their money.
Absolutely dominating the map. Even you can see the Farsa did retreat at good point of time. If she would have stayed there for a little bit longer, the game would have been something else at the moment.
Blue team turret has
Totally,
been
but
destroyed.
they did manage to get that Lord with all their inhibitors intact. So I think fairly even trade coming in. No one got that advantage from the Lord for now, except maybe Toxic Eagles did get that top lane one inhibitor. But otherwise, not much coming out of that Lord stage. They're going to have to wait for that third Lord. Maybe add a bit more pressure on Moi Daddy Esports, because look at that, they're letting Granger farm up, he's getting those buffs and they're waiting for a gank in the blue lane buff, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it because Moi Daddy Esports is playing a bit safe there towards the bottom lane. So what do you think is going to happen for now? How do you think Moi Daddy Esports can come back?
I think they need to just farm at the moment and play defensive, protect their inhibitor. They have a really good rotation. So if they just keep clearing the minion waves and rotating and pushing, split pushing, so maybe that could be in their favor. Look at that Vendetta. She can just move across the map swiftly and just clear the minion waves and come back safely. The Jawhead seems to be in trouble at this point of time, but no, the Kufra won't charge. And so they did disengage. That was a good call, I think, because MDE were there to back their Jawhead.
Totally. I think the winning points of this game for Moi Daddy Esports would probably be engaging right on time. They need to dodge that Alice as well as Yuzong, because those two are the heroes that are giving them trouble. Look at the throw by Jawhead. He just might have saved his team.
That was a great throw and good gameplay coming in from the MDE at this point of time. Two people down from the Toxics. Martis trying to do some damage, but he cannot, and this Paquito going in, but Martis did manage to retreat fairly low on HP. And ultimate coming in from the Farsa, but she did not. I don't know why she did cancel the ultimate. He could have done some damage to the Veil or made him retreat from the tower. But yeah, maybe misclicks could happen.
Well, it's okay, but look at these three of Moi Daddy Esports chasing this Yuzong, and he's been holding out for a very long time, and he just might escape as well. Look at that, he already has his ultimate up, but Fasha just shuts him down with her ultimate, and that's what they needed. But they spent a lot of time there chasing Yuzong, where they could have maybe focused on the push more, because they need those turrets. Lord is up, but Carl TC is still he does have these 20 seconds left, so it might be a good time for them to secure that Lord and maybe chase Toxic Esports away so that they can get that Lord and start dealing some pressure.
Yes,
Because they
this
need
would
it.
be some good time for Moi Daddy Esports to go for the Lord. Toxic seems to be in trouble. This could be the game changer for the team.
So I would agree with you. I think whoever's going to get this Lord is probably going to get the game as well. Both teams are, almost equal in farm as well. This Jawhead probably overestimated the damage from his own team, right? He went right in.
Look at that Paquito. Look at that Paquito going in with the double kill. It seems that Fasa would secure the single kill. Yuzhong did manage to dive inside, and the Paquito going again and again. He's giving great damage across the map, but he's fairly low at this point of time and will have to retreat. But will he be able to go back?
He might be able to go back, but Toxic Esports might just lose the bottom inhibitor. The minions are there, and Paquito was trying to distract him for the Lord, but he's gonna lose his life. and MDE was just a bit late there. They could not help and disturb them from that lord, and Toxic Esports does secure that lord, but they lose that bottom inhibitor. What do you think the game plan is going to be for MDE? Do you think they're going to try for a split push, because bottom lane is pushed up very easily, and Fasha is there and she can delete that lord instantly because she is farmed up.
Yes, but we can also see at the same time that the Alice is coming in with a push. So I don't think they would let them go for the split push. At the same time, you can see the Lord is also coming in. So they would take the advantage of the situation and they would try to end the game. Toxic Esports, I don't think they will wait for them to split push. They will just end the game if they got the opportunity to. Mid lane turret has to go down.
Yep, and they lose that bottom lane turret as well. Oh, very good throw coming in from Jawhead. He did manage to throw that Yuzong, but not much coming out of it. Lord is in the base. Pasha is going to be looking to use the ultimate to delete the Lord, but you have to be careful of this Alice.
Yes, actually, look at the Alice going inside, doing some great damage on that Granger and coming back safely. But the Veil has to go down, however. Look at that damage coming in from the Paquito as well. That's a great gameplay coming in from both the teams. That Martis did manage to secure a double kill, it seems. No, the Vendetta got the kill and the Martis got the kill as well. Alice going in for the kill again. Parsa also did manage to secure one kill over there. Vendetta is dominating the map at the moment. So this team fight was definitely in the favor of MDE, and Toxic will have to go empty-handed for now. The Lord was a waste, it seems, because there was only one turret in the bot lane and it obviously had to fall now or then. So yeah, it had to go down anyways. But it was a bad time to charge, I think, for the Toxic Esports. They should have retreated at that point of time and disengaged after the Veil was dead, and maybe engaged later on or maybe push the lanes. So yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it was such a big loss. They did get that top inhibitor, so this MDE is going to have to face those enhanced minions right now. They're going to have to pay a lot of attention to top lane because they're just 2 turrets in from their base, and if Toxic Esports adds a bit more pressure, they might just get the rest of the 2 turrets, and then MDE is not going to be able to get out of their base because they're going to spend so much time just defending against the minions. And Lord is going to be up, the third Lord, I would say, in 80 seconds. They're dragging the game a bit, wouldn't you say? Toxic Esports not able to get that advantage in team fights because the fighters from both sides are playing so well. There's Alice as well. They're playing so well. They know right when to engage, and looks like both teams are probably evened out in team fights. But MDE is at a bit of a disadvantage for now, at least.
Yes, but MDE do have the economic advantage. As you can see, they have come from nowhere to somewhere. I think they might take this one home because looking at the team fights from this point of time, I think they're doing fairly good in the team fights as well. They did screw up the team fights earlier in the start game, but now they are playing good. So maybe they can take it home. There's no deciding yet.
Totally. I think, at this point, it just depends on. Look at the Jawhead trying to chase that Veil. He went very, very far, but his team did not come in. But, he did manage to little bit of damage to Veil, but he's going to retreat. But I must say that was very funny to see, right? That Veil was just like, who is this? Who is throwing me? Because Jawhead was invisible for now. I think from both ends, it just depends on who gets that team fight engaged. If Kufra engages or Jawhead engages, I think that's where the winning conditions are going to be on who engages first and who lays the bait, because Lord is up, but Toxic Esports is at a bit of a better position, whereas MDE is still in their base, is still playing very safe.
Yes, Toxics are going for the Lord at the moment, speed running the Lord. Do you think the Toxic would manage to secure this Lord, or will it be a game changer? The Veil is fairly low. The Paquito managed to secure the kill on the Veil. Farsa going in for the ult. Vendetta seems low at this point of time. Immortality used on her. Vendetta did manage to retreat with fairly low HP. She cannot make a comeback. The Martis would secure a kill on her. Jawhead seems in trouble as well. Kufra couldn't secure the kill. The Paquito going in again. That was some amazing gameplay coming in from the Paquito and the Farsa. Kufra fairly low, will have to go to the base, it seems. Martis did some amazing gameplay again, and the Lord was secured by the Toxics. So I think it's a game over if they cannot defend this Lord. They're
Yep,
gonna have some
it's
tough
looking
time
a
right now
bit
defending
tough
the
for
Lord.
them, right? They've lost that Vendetta, but Vale is going to take 10 seconds to come. Toxic Esports probably going to look to deal, give that pressure, whereas Alice is busy taking the blue buff. They might just lose out this Lord again because MDE is making good work on this Lord, and I think another wasted Lord from the side of Toxic Esports, wouldn't you say? They just gave that advantage up.
Yes, that was a mistake apparently, I think, on the side of Toxic. They couldn't push the waves at the same time, they couldn't take any advantage of the Lord. So I think that was a really bad like waste of Lord. So yeah, they could have done better again. I think MDE will surely make a comeback if given enough time. They are doing the great gameplay at the moment. So yeah,
Well,
nothing can be said, but yeah, definitely I think MDE will do some amazing gameplay. Farsa will have to go down. It seems no, she did manage to retreat fairly low. Alice, however, will have to go down. She is in the base. Yes, Paquito taking down on the Alice. Yeah, Jawhead again going on the ejector on the Kufra. Kufra did manage to retreat, however.
totally a
Fairly low.
bit of a bad
Fairly low.
engage coming in from Alice.
Yes, the Kufra will have to use his immortality. Even the dragon will have to use his immortality. Yuzhong Martis will go down. Kufra, however, managed to retreat. Yuzhong seems fairly low as well. Whale trying to defend, but his friend, but no use. Yuzhong will have to go down as well. I think this would be definitely be a great comeback for the side of MD at the moment. What do you have to say about
Totally,
that?
they're gonna have to get a comeback here. Otherwise, they're gonna drag this game past 30 minutes. And Granger using his ultimate on Kufra, getting that kill as well. A very good opportunity. They might just end the game. Only Vale is there for that defend, but he does have his ultimate. He just might be able to cure his minions. But
Yes,
no,
Alice is coming in 1 second. Yeah, she's there. But I don't think they'll manage to secure. Oh, that Jawhead did a wrong move, I think. Yes, that was a wrong move. He shouldn't have done that. They should have gone for the base. There was some good defense coming in from the Vale and the Alice. Vale seems low at this point of time. Yes, he will go. And the team MDE did manage to secure the inhibitor, the base, and taking home the W today. So great gameplay, great comeback coming in from MDE. Toxic could have done better with three lords. They definitely had a lot of opportunities to end the game. But today MDE will take it home, unfortunately. So yeah, good luck for both the teams and the future tournaments. And hope you guys did like, subscribe, and share the video. If you haven't done yet, do consider and join our Discord as well. See you again very soon.
Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Ha! Just in time. Just in time to taste my wrath! I was always on the front line. I deserve the honor! Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my battlefield either. I will prove myself through a different path.
banning.
Hello guys, thanks for sticking with us. For the third match of today, we have Nightcore Esports on the left versus Evil Esports on the
Your
right.
team
Probably
is
a
banning.
very much awaited teams going up against each other. At least for today, right? At least in the comments, whenever I was watching YouTube, I saw many people waiting for Evil Esports. They must be very very good. And going jump
Absolutely,
Your
absolutely. I
team
did
is
notice
banning.
it too.
Totally. And for the jumping right into the bans, we're going to see a Yuzong and a Xbox ban as well as a Barat. So fighter bans, at least in this meta, we're seeing a lot of fighter bans coming in. What do you think the fourth ban is going to be, HP? Do you think they're going to go for a fighter ban or maybe a Matilda mage ban?
Okay, they went for the
Your
barman
team is
ban.
picking.
For sure, that barman band. So overall, kind of OP fighters getting out right in the start of the match. What do you think the first ban is going to be? I mean, pick is going to be
Your
HP.
team
Well,
is
looks
picking.
like Team Nightcore answered it for me. That Paquito is getting locked right in, and we saw the last match how much that Paquito annoyed the hell out of the other team's mage. Right? I think that's the same thing that's going to happen in this match as well.
So we have Kaja open. I guess they might go for Kaja, or I don't know. Honestly, I spam Lapu a lot. I'm just a bit sad that I didn't see any Lapu users.
Your team is picking.
I mean, he's such an amazing fighter. He has that sustain, he has that damage, he has that, CC immunity. Why not? Why wouldn't you pick Lapu?
Well, I wouldn't pick him because I don't know how to play him. But the side of Evil Esports are going with that Tigreal and Kagura combo. So I think a very good combo, and I love that Kagura pick. For sure, that Matilda getting logged in by Nightcore Esports. So I think overall two very damage mages coming
team
in from
is
both
picking.
sides. That Jawhead also getting picked right in. Jawhead is going to have to land a lot of good throws in this match. He might just be able to disturb Tigre's ultimate as well. So I think very, calculated picks coming in from the side
Your
of both,
team
right?
is banning.
Freya, nice. They went for a Freya pick. I guess Freya goes well with Tigreal pick, I believe. What do you think?
Well, I would agree with you, right? They both have those, sort of pull-in sort of skills. Tigreal combo with Freya is going to go very well, but that hyper is still yet to be picked from both sides. Do you think we're going to see some
Your team
hyper
is
bans
banning.
coming in? They are banning that all those. What do you think Nightcore is going to ban?
Or I don't know.
I see
Okay, Roger.
Your
Yeah,
team
the
is
classic,
picking.
really hyper. Fine.
Totally. And we're going to
Roger
see like
really
6
satisfying.
bans.
Roger is really satisfying to use. The way you get to spam his, the first skill during his wolf form, that's really satisfying to use.
Yep. And like I was saying, 6
Okay,
fighter
that's
bans coming in.
unusual. That's another unusual. Okay, someone is fulfilling my wish right here. Someone is fulfilling my wish right here. Okay.
Your team is picking.
Well, it's like they heard you, HP. They're gonna pick that Lapu Lapu. So such a tanky team coming in from the side of Evil Esports. We're gonna see that Lapu Lapu deal a lot of damage. He might just be going up against this Paquito. Who do you think wins in a fight between Paquito and Lapu Lapu?
Lapu wins. Lapu wins. Trust me, Lapu wins.
I think for you, Lapu's gonna win against everyone, right?
Your
Yep,
team is
he
picking.
works in each and every situation. To be honest.
Well, I would agree with you that Bruno Hyper coming right in. Evil Esports, yes, yet to pick that Hyper pick. A Nathan pick coming in. I think a very good pick. Nathan does have that attack speed and he's going to deal a lot of damage as well as a high-low tank. So looks like Jawhead is going to be going fighter, and we all know how well that Jawhead fighter is.
It's an unusual draft, and that's what makes this match really interesting. I can't wait to get into this match. Seriously.
Totally. So jumping right into the screen. So who do you think? Who are you going to place your bets on, HP? Who do you think is going to get the first early farm and win the match?
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with the red team. I think the red team was Okay, I forgot. Could you
Evil?
again? Okay, I'm gonna
Evil
go with
Esports?
yeah. It's not because they went for Lapu, but then they have that Nathan, they have that sustain, they have that amazing CC. But then I believe, you know, area CC, in terms of area CC, the blue team lacks.
I would agree with you. They do have that Hylos who's going to be slowing the other team down, but they don't have much CC coming in other than that. It's Paquito, and Paquito is going to have to land his skills right on time. But the side of team Evil Esports do have all these heroes who can easily dodge him. So I think it's a fairly even match, I would say. But that Tigreal, we just have to see how well he lands his ultimates in team fights. Look at that Jawhead is already going down there to annoy Nathan, and he's already got Nathan down to below his half HP. He is getting that support coming in from Hylos as well as Matilda, but Nathan is gonna secure that red buff, jumping right into his blue buff, and he might just secure that as well. Even though Paquito is sort of hovering around there, they do want to disturb his early game farm.
Let's take it top. How are the lanes hanging on? Okay, looks like Freya is dominating her lane. Okay, she is dominating her lane really well.
She is. Jawhead is down to half HP.
Over there, Nathan is in trouble. Okay, Pakiro gets a grab on Nathan. Okay, that didn't end well for the Evil Esports right there because their main jungler got taken down.
Totally, that's always very bad, right? In team fights, when your hyper is the first guy to get picked off. But I think Jawhead played a very vital role there. He did get Nathan down to below half his HP during the starting of the match. So I think that's where they messed up a bit. And like you said, Freya is giving Jawhead a run for his money. Look at her damage on this Jawhead.
Going to have another
Red team hero
the jungle.
has been
Okay,
slain.
Pakito gets another kill on Lapu. Who is the turtle going to go for?
Blue team
It's
has
the
slain
turtle for the
Red
blue
team
team
hero
right.
has been slain.
Yep, and that team fight is also in favor of the
Hero
blue
has been
team.
slain.
Nightcore did secure that turtle as well as the team fight. With the damage coming in and that slow by Hylos is really giving a lot of trouble.
While we were at it, we saw that Freya took down Jawhead, the top lane.
Well, we already were talking about how much damage she's dealing,
Yeah,
right? And
she's taking down the tower right now. She sucked up all the gold right there. That's one. Add the attack speed. Look at her, just look at her.
I would agree with you. We really need to see Freya, farm up and then come to the team fight because I think she's going to be playing a vital role in this match.
Jawhead is in trouble again.
Yep, he's going to have to retreat, but he is getting that support. Bruno and Matilda are coming towards top lane to help him out. But that Freya is getting so much farm right now. Someone needs to shut her down or she's going to give them a lot of trouble mid to late game.
Then we can take a look at in the bottom lane that Pakito is giving a hard time to that Lapu.
He is, and I think both teams are giving a very good rotation. Even though Turtle is going to spawn in top lane, Nathan is going to be looking to rotate towards top lane. Otherwise, this Turtle might just get secured by Bruno again. They do not want to give such a big advantage to Nightcore Esports so early in the match.
Is one, hero whose crit hurts a lot. This crit hurts a lot. And they get a kill on that Tigreal right there.
Totally, and this Matilda is also hurting a lot. She just deleted that Tigreal. That Jawhead is in a very, very bad position and he's going to get deleted by Freya. Whereas his team is going to secure that turtle. So I think, he was just looking to maybe keep them away from turtle, but he failed there and he lost his life. But they did secure that turtle. So I think a good, exchange, whereas this Paquito is giving a lot of trouble to your Lapu Lapu HP. What do you think is happening in bot lane? Where do you think Lapu Lapu is failing?
I believe he's you know failing at utilizing his passive. And you know what I usually do is spam my ult because Lapu's ultimate has lower cooldown. You do agree, right? He has a lot of cooldown. He should spam it to poke Paquito so your team comes out and finishes him. And also he's failing at utilizing his passive to the fullest.
Totally, and he's also failing at defending his turret. His bottom lane turret is gone, and Tigreal is trying his best to land that ultimate, but he's deleted even before he can use his second skill completely. So I think that's where they're, probably failing, and they've given that early game advantage. Nightcore Esports does have a 2k difference right now. Even Esports really need to pick up the pace.
But yeah, so what I mean to say is, another thing is, like, I think they should have switched their lanes when Lapu is having such a hard time and Freya is winning her lane. I think they should have switched their lane. As you can see, Freya did take out their turret. I think they should have switched their lane, but I don't know.
I would agree with you. Freya does have that farm lead, and she might be a better matchup against Paquito right now. Look at that Tigreal. Again, he's trying to land his ultimate, failing, getting deleted so quickly by this Matilda and Bruno, and they're gonna give another turtle away to Nightcore Esports. I think that's where they're failing that, and I don't see much of a difference from this Kagura as well in team fight. She's not able to deal that damage she's supposed to be dealing, and the fighters are failing as well. Looks like the only saving grace for them would be this Freya. She's forming up very well. She needs to get into those team fights right now instead of just staying in top lane. She's defending her turret with such vigor, but her team is losing those team fights.
Gonna really appreciate Freya, but then we might have a skirmish. No. Oh, what do you think? Will they be able to take out the mid tower? No, they won't be able to. I guess we might be seeing a skirmish in the top lane. We might be seeing a skirmish in the top lane. Jawhead going in, but no, Freya makes it out. Tigreal in trouble. Tigreal is in big trouble. But Hylos here. Hylos won't be able to make it. They are both down. Against that huge crit coming in from Bruno.
Yep, Freya did try her best, but she's failing. She's not getting her support from the team. Kagura used that ultimate on Hylos. What a wasted ultimate there. I must say they're wasting a lot of their damage on the tank, whereas they need their fighters to come in towards the back lane. And Kagura as well, she needs to throw her umbrella towards the back lane and not at Hylos. This Nathan is in a very, very bad position, getting picked off as soon as he's trying to escape. Sadly, Evil Esports is messing up. Their Tigreal is not able to land his ultimate. He's not able to sustain his damage, and that mid lane support as well, not very helpful in team fight. So I think they just throwing the match right now. They really need a saving grace. They need these fighters to engage properly against Bruno. Matilda they might not, but Bruno for sure they can pick off.
I mean, if you see, Matilda and Hylos have a good, comp between them. But then we can see that Kagura and Tigreal are in different positions. They're on whole new other world. They're in different places. Like Kagura was in the top lane clearing minion waves, while Tigreal was in the bottom lane. But then you can see that Hylos and Matilda are maintaining a great chemistry between them.
I would agree with you. The team, team fights and the teamwork that's coming from Nightcore Esports is amazing to see. Kagura did try to land her ultimate on Bruno right there, but she barely dealt any damage. And that first Lord is going to be secured very, very safely by Bruno as well. They might just be able to end the match because Evil Esports has no farm whatsoever. Freya is trying her best to push the lanes, but she's going to have to retreat right now. Paquito is coming in to defend. They've just lost their top lane inhibitor. Other than that, they are just playing so well. And they've even if
Take a
you
look at
don't.
the terms. You can see that Tiger should have gone since he was having a lot of trouble from Matilda and Hyper. I believe he should have gone for something like Radiant, but he went for Immortality. And that's something new, going for Immortality in the early game, right?
Probably did not want to mess up his KDA. That Tigreal again getting deleted in the team fight. He did land a very good ultimate there, but that damage from Bruno, he's not going to be able to do much. Nathan, what is he doing? He's coming right into the team fight, jumping right into Hylos, and that's where they're going to lose out. Kaga missing her stun right there, but amazing throw by Jawhead, and Matilda secures that kill. What a bad time for them to lose that team fight. They might just lose their inhibitors. That 1v1 Freya versus Paquito, they both are very low. Freya does have that shield, but she might just have to recall, otherwise Paquito
And
is
one
going to get
HP
that kill.
clutch, right? He did that one HP clutch, right? I mean, she shouldn't have survived there, but then she did. She outplayed that Paquito right there. That was really amazing.
She did, and she defended her turret as well, even though there's such a very less HP on that turret. But in that mid lane, that Hylos is being so annoying to Freya, even though she is dealing that damage. Their hyper is really, losing the game for them.
Tigreal going with his ult. Stop diving. But Lapu won't be able to make it. So won't Nathan. Okay, that trade didn't end well for the red team. We might be seeing an end. Freya in trouble. Okay, Tigreal goes down to. It's a 3-for-1 trade. I believe the red team didn't benefit anything from this trade.
They didn't, but they might just still be able to defend their turret. That Bruno is hurting so much that
Look at this Matilda diving. Oh lord.
Yep, Matilda did dive there. I'm not sure why. She just, lost her life in exchange for nothing.
Maybe she overestimated her damage. Maybe she thought she would have gotten that. Oh well, but that didn't end well. But yeah, that was a good trying to outplay move right there.
Yep. I think, Freya, they really need Freya in the team fights. Other than that, their team is missing out a lot. Kagra is not able to deal that damage. Nathan is not able to deal the damage. And Lapu, I'm not seeing him in team fights at all, so I'm not sure where he is. But other than that, Lord is going to be up in 30 seconds. And Bruno and his team is right around the Lord. They're ready to secure it, ready to end the game. And this might as well.
Yeah, now there's about like 15 seconds left for the lot to spawn. Okay, Jawhead in trouble. Jawhead is in big trouble. No, Jawhead won't be able to make it out alive. Have been more careful right there. It was a crucial point because Lord did spawn.
Yep, Lord is spawning, but Evil Esports is still in their base. They're still trying their best to defend. Probably they should have left one of their teammates to defend the base while the rest of them come towards the Lord. But look at that bait set up by Bruno, Hylos, as well as Matilda. That Nathan, what is Nathan doing?
Why did Nathan go in first? Nope. Tigreal runs away. It's just okay. I guess that's okay. She made it out alive. Tigreal and Freya made it out alive. But yeah,
They did, but they're gonna lose that Kagura, and that Lord is gonna be secured very easily by Nightcore Esports. I must say that Matilda's shield really became very helpful in that team fight. Bruno survived only because of that.
Absolutely. I definitely agree on that. So yeah, I guess Lord is gonna be showing up in any time, or we might be seeing an end right here.
Yep. It's a enhanced lot as well. So I think Evilise was going to have a lot of trouble defending this lot. I'm not sure why Nathan is going first in team fights. Probably should be looking and waiting for his tank to engage. But I think he's given up on his tank, right? Because Tigreal is not able to land those ultimates, and we really have to see an amazing ultimate by Tigreal right now. Otherwise, they are going to lose this match because Lord is already in their
Red
base.
team base turret
Yep.
has been
Uh,
destroyed.
okay, I guess they lose.
Uh,
Red
Look,
team
look at that
base turret has
ultimate
been
coming in front, but
destroyed.
Trigreal, but he won't be able to sustain the damage. Okay, Freya. Okay, but then they couldn't handle Bruno's crit.
Triple kill.
well, no one can handle Bruno's
Yeah.
crit.
There's
Maniac.
Maniac coming in from Bruno. Okay, before.
Yep. Looks like Bruno's teammates did not want to give him that savage.
was
But
an
I would
amazing
say
match.
I think the failing point here was Tigreal. He could not land his ultimates throughout the whole match. Right, he was dying before he even got into team fights, as well as the hyper and mid lane did not do much in the fight as well. So Evil Esports is going to lose this match, but very well played by Nightcore, and that Bruno dealt so much damage, and that Matilda Hylos combo was amazing to watch as well.
They didn't win, but Freya definitely won my heart. What do you say? Freya did won my heart.
Yeah, I would say she did try to carry her team. She did deal a bit of damage towards the end there, but sadly her team they really failed to even defend their turrets and farm up. So I think that's where they've messed up a bit.
Absolutely, it was an amazing match. Congratulations to the winning team. What do you think? Be good.
Well, thanks for sticking with us, guys, and we're going to see you in the next match.
Ta-ta.
Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Ha! Just in time. Just in time to taste my wrath! I was always on the front line. I deserve the honor! Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my battlefield either. I will prove myself through a different path.
Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Ha! Just in time. Just in time to taste my wrath! I was always on the front line. I deserve the honor! Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my battlefield either. I will prove myself through a different path.
Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Ha! Just in time. Just in time to taste my wrath! I was always on the front line. I deserve the honor! Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my battlefield either. I will prove myself through a different path.
Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Just in time. Just in time to taste my wrath. I was always on the front line. I deserve the honor. Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my battlefield either. I will prove myself through a different path.
strong.
Bumblebee reporting for duty.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
I got nothing at the triumphant ceremony. No matter what I do, they won't approve. Ha! Just in time. Time to taste my wrath! I was always on the front line. I deserve the honor! Leonins can be fighters too. This is not my battlefield either. I will prove myself through a different path.